doing good. I'm doing 24. 24. Yep. Oh, I'm not eating breakfast or lunch. I'm having a slim fast shake tonight. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I don't want you to jump on me.
No, they're not going to do that. They're not going to do that.
What are you talking about? Irmo, you should know that by now.
I will open the special called meeting for June 24th.
Yep.
And first thing on our agenda is amendments to the agenda. Any amendments to the agenda? Seeing none. Next is presentation by citizens for items on the agenda. Anyone who would like to address council? Seeing none. Next item is new business. This is where we'll make a motion, as I said a minute ago, either to make nominations from the floor or make a motion to appoint person A or person B or whatever. Once it gets a second, then if we need to go in executive session, we will. But is there a motion?
I make a motion to nominate from the floor.
All right.
You made a
Make
motion
a
to
motion to nominate from the floor.
And is it a second?
I second it.
Any discussion about that, whether we want to do it that way or not? All right. All in favor then of opening nominations from the floor, do so with show of hands. And I don't know if you want to start this way and come that way or start that way and come that way. You made it, so.
I'd like to nominate Chip Byrne.
Any other nominations?
I'd like to nominate Joe Epting,
To who?
Joseph Epting Jr.
Yeah. Um, Any other?
No.
That thunder? No other other nominations. All nominations are closed. Do we want to go in executive session, and discuss anything, or ready to vote?
I'm ready to vote.
Now, we can vote by roll call. That's where I'll call out people's name and you just say which person you want. Or we can vote each person by raising their hand. Does it matter?
Each person by raising their hand, yeah,
I mean, I'd say Chip Burns and we'd all just raise their hand and then say the next name. Is that the way you want to do it? All right, all in favor then of Chip Burns, do so with show of hands. Oh. Well, that is done then. 4 people have voted for Chip Burns, so Chip Burns will be, anything else? Oh, yeah, Chip Burns will be our attorney, and Bob will be.
Has he accepted? Has Chip accepted?
Oh, all opposed to Chip Burns.
I don't know. Did he accept? Chip Burns.
Well, we're just voting on appointments. They've all sent in their applications, or their, whatever you call them, resumes, so we can only assume that they're all willing. When Bob gets back, he can double check with all of them, make sure. If they don't, then,
I think the fact that he sent his resume.
yeah.
Yeah, because the ones that weren't.
Yeah.
So
But I forgot
Charlie
to.
Krawczyk pulled his.
That's fine. I'm just saying if it, for some reason, if he didn't accept or he changed his mind or whatever, we're back here or we're gonna
Now, we
vote on the
can,
next guy or what?
all opposed to Chip Burns, do so with short. You didn't. vote.
I'm not opposed to him. I mean, I didn't vote for him. I'll vote for my guy.
Well, you got to vote on this one, and then we'd have to go to the next one. So,
Huh?
Not necessarily. Not the way you described it. If we're gonna nominate somebody, we vote, and then we vote on the second one, and then we vote on the third one. And
Right.
everybody's
Let's see.
voted.
You want to vote on the second guy and see how many votes you
We'll be
get?
here all night voting on everybody.
no, we don't. We got to vote on this one. There's,
All right, what about the second guy?
well, we hadn't finished voting on this one because there's 4 in majority, and you
Right?
didn't vote.
Well, I want to vote on the next one.
Well, that's not the way it works. We vote on this guy. All votes are taken in the yay or nay. So you have to vote yay or nay to Chip Burns. That was the first name up.
Okay.
So I'm going to put you down as,
Oh, nay. Nay.
Well, no, if he doesn't vote,
it's in the positive.
yes.
I think that's correct.
That's true.
That is, okay. So that would be 5.
It's true, that's the way.
Yeah.
Well, at least we're unanimous.
Now, we can, if we want to, let Bob know, since Joe Epting got a nomination, if, for whatever reason, Chip Burns can't, or doesn't, or changes his mind, then we could say Joe is going to be next in line.
We didn't vote on him, though.
No,
We're going
we
to vote
didn't,
on him?
but we don't now that
You-
we got it.
He might get 5 votes, who knows?
We can't vote but once.
But you might
Seats
get 5
filled.
votes. Well, I want to vote on Joe Epton.
Well, we got to vote on Chip Burns first. We went through this. We vote on one name, is yea and nay. Everybody has to vote.
Supposing Joe came first, you vote on him first?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we can agree that if Chip doesn't, then tell Bob to contact Joe next, or we can just say no. Okay, fine. All right, next is presentation by citizens. Anyone who wants to address council on anything may do so at this time. Oh, okay, go ahead. We just give you your name and address for the record.
Sure. My name is Hamed Javed, Hamed. Last name is Javed, Javad.
Okay.
I'm here to actually talk about the National Night Out. I think this is something that you have heard. Oh, I beg your pardon.
Address.
Your address, sir?
Oh, address. Okay, I beg your pardon.
Yeah.
321 Emerald Oaks Way, Irmo, South Carolina, 29063.
That's good. That way she can get it for the record.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Yes, I beg your pardon.
Sir, could you tell them what you do with the foundation?
Just to start with, you mean? Sure, I'll be happy to. I was actually helping with the Irmo Police Department for a number of years, in fact, for 20-some years as a citizen. And of course, a couple of years ago, they approached me and said, you know, we need you to kind of help us out with a national night out. And of course, it turned out that last year, you know, we had about 700 people, and it was a huge success. After doing that, and we saw the response from the community, if you will, it was decided that it would be best if we actually go ahead and form a foundation. So this way, the police is not involved. Citizens are involved. So they're not out there soliciting, if you will, which they never did. But that would be my job. Right now, I'm the president of Irmo Police Department Community Foundation. And the reason that I'm here is you've heard about the success last year. Now we are trying to be a nonprofit organization, if you will, and we're applying for a 501c3. Mm-hmm. That's going to endure a lot of expenses, if you will. I don't have to tell you that. What we have decided, and what is my ultimate goal, if you will, as a president, I'm going to treat this completely different from any other nonprofit organizations. And what I mean by that is, I've got a very lofty goal, and that is, I want 100% of the money that we get to go to the community. So, the reason that I'm here is if I'm actually spending all the money for the community, which is National Night Out, Shop with a Cop, we're going to come with a program, Learning with a Cop. So we're going to go to the school and try to actually have the cops talking to the children, read to the children once a month, and then we're going to supply school supplies to underprivileged children, if you will. And then we got a program right now that we are actually helping the citizens, the SOS. So now we are not only concentrating on National Night Out, we are concentrating on all the other events that I just mentioned. And as we talk about them, we come out with more ideas. So this foundation was based on helping the community, not necessarily National Night Out. National Night Out is going to be a big part of it, but we've got other things that we would like to do. Obviously, the reason that I'm here, if I'm going to spend 100% of that money, where is the money for operation cost and the administration cost is going to come from? So what I've done is I approached the chief, and I told him that I want $100 from the chief of Irmo Police Department. And I approached all the other officers, and there's 25 of them. And I'm a very good math major, by the way. I'm an engineer. So I multiplied 25 by 25, and I said, okay, that's another 625. And if the chief says you got to pay, you got to pay. So that's another 625. So I'm not only talking, I myself put $100, and every officer of the board put $100. So we talk the talk, and we walk the walk. Now we got the board members. Every single one of them has donated $100 each. Okay? But those money that we are talking about, with all respect, is going to where? To the community. I want money for registration. I want money for the P.O. box. I want money that we spent on $200 on the checks from Amherst Bank. That's where the money goes. And of course, you understand exactly what I'm getting. Now I would like to actually challenge you guys to help me out. And that's why I'm here. I talked to the chief, and I said, if it's okay, I would like to go ahead and talk to the 5 members, and I would like to challenge him. I've already met Mr. Waits, and he has promised me for $100. So now he can't walk it back. So he's in trouble already.
A promise from an elected official. You have to be careful about them.
There you go.
Well, this is the gentleman I read the letter to you all
Yeah, last
night, and I challenged them then
Right, but I'm here to actually collect the money, and I've got the cops waiting outside. By the way, sorry, you choose. There you go. By the way, I don't take cash. God bless you, because that goes right in my pocket, and they don't like that idea very much. So, if I may, and I really and truly appreciate that. But if the cop allows me to actually take the $100 or whatever that is, I'll be more than happy to. But on a serious note, I honestly would like for you to come on August 6th, because you're going to be at least 1,000 people this year. That's what we're hoping. And that's my personal invitation, because, we would like to see you guys there. And of course, on the plus side, some of you guys, your term is coming up in 2019, and, it'll be nice to actually talk to people, and maybe they encourage you to vote for you again. I'm being very serious about it, because I study and I read and I know exactly what you guys do and all that good stuff. So, that's what I'm here for. So, if you please, spread the word that this is a community foundation now. National Night Out is a big part of it. One of the things that I can tell you, then you'll be really, really happy to hear. I'm not sure if I can say the location. I wouldn't say that, but what I can tell you is that about 3 weeks ago, I worked with Publix. I worked with them very closely. I happen to actually have good ties with the vice president of Publix, and we managed to actually get some bread and bakeries and stuff for donations, if you will. And I managed to actually get Sergeant Dale to actually spur me an officer, if you will. And we went to one of the Section 8 housing. That's the best I can describe it, if you will. And then I got in touch with the manager, and what we did was we had a table, these two tables together. We had loaves of bread, fresh, beautiful Publix bread, if you will, with bakery stuff like cakes and stuff. And what we did was we asked the officer to pick up the Publix bag, and just everybody that came in, they were welcome, and they could pick whatever they want, and they walked away. That's one of the programs that we did about 4 weeks ago. So there's so many things that we can do. I've been involved with these guys for 20-some years. I have such a respect for them. And now this is an opportunity for me to give back, if you will. I've been living in this area for 40 years, and I think it's only fair that I continue to do what I did. And now it's a little bit more official, so I need your help to spread the word, please. And I'm here to actually give you my cards and the other officers' cards. Everything is at the back. And please, if you have a connection that they are willing to make any kind of donation, I would like to be part of it. Day, night, you can call me, and I'll be out there to help out. Thank you so very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you.
I've still got it, but I'll take it.
And the information is at the back.
Thank you.
You can't take that.
Can I take the $100?
Yeah.
Which were, I want you to be my witness.
You're
Thank you so very much. And I would like to actually give it to, would you like me to give it to him?
You give it to her.
All right, I just want you to actually know that I got one.
I got you.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And anyone else? Wait.
Hello, Wade Deluxe, 156 Finsbury Road. How y'all doing?
Good.
So I can talk about the attorney y'all might be appointing tonight. That'd be okay now? Just a couple things. First thing, make sure his suit fits and he doesn't use a flip phone. Because if he does that, you're going to lose. If his suit doesn't work, and he's got a flip. And the only other thing I hope you guys do is if you get somebody who's not going to be biased towards any of you. Somebody's going to be fair to all of you. Somebody who's not going to be fair to the community and has not spoken or done anything that might incite the citizens of Irmo to think, hey, there's something biased here. That's all I ask.
And I think the one Chip Burns, as far as I know, none of us
I never heard it.
know him. So it's kind of, none of us know him, which is good.
By reputation only.
Yeah, just from his stuff.
Now, he did.
No,
He's
No.
actually doing it with the same that Eric.
No, he was probably right in the range. Him and Joe were about the
He
same.
has, he's defended
29.
somebody in our court once or twice, I think.
And let's see, no one else. Next is executive session, none needed. And next is adjournment.
I so move.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And anybody wants to give me a ride home, I'd appreciate it. No, we had a dinner appointment tonight with family and I forgot about it.
Got the little copy.
So we decided to go early to get here, but we were running close, so they just dropped me off.